And it has been honestly some of the most exciting conversations that happen in our Indigenous Advisory Council are when Magnolia and our counterparts are bringing forward things that the rest of us that don't know what Snapchat is to help us really kind of go, oh, we were looking at this completely wrong. They're bringing forward great suggestions around how we can better embed reconciliation into our work, how we can better approach Indigenous entrepreneurs and Indigenous businesses because they're in this space. But what I really appreciate about having Indigenous youth at the table is get on with it already. And to be in this space now where it is constant conversation in corporate Canada, to have youth on the table to be like, this is great, stop talking, start acting, and how are you going to incorporate it in? It really motivates folks to action. Look, at the end of the day, it's not difficult. You have to start somewhere. And so I recommend that you start by going, what are the intersection points between what your business does and what reconciliation is in Canada, and how can you support? Chris has an organization that specifically supports corporations to do this work. And sit down and go, where can I support? Where's there benefit to both community and my business? Because I guarantee you there is.
I think for me, I'm going to sound a bit like a broken record again, but it really just comes down to putting public targets. It's the easiest way for organizations to really put their foot down and make a difference. There's that aspect of it, but the other thing that I want to mention too is now that reconciliation is, a word that everybody knows or everybody should know, and you hear it all the time, and not everyone understands what it means. But take, for example, in Toronto, right? Though, if you're thinking about it from a business perspective, you really want to take time and approach these communities in a really thoughtful way. Because, when I was working there, we would have people reach out all the time and say, hey, we want to have a meeting. I said, okay, great. What do you guys want to talk about? Well, and they say, we want to have a relationship. And we're just like, what does that mean, right? So I really would caution, businesses to think more critically about what their relationship is that they're looking for, and sort of what's the give and take or the benefit to each side of the partnership.
Just to wrap up, I think what we've heard today reinforces that Indigenous youth are not just the future of entrepreneurship, but they're driving it today. And Chris, you're a great example of that.